welcome to another live stream. Today we are here in American Truck Simulator again, and we'll drive around the United States a little bit, and we'll see where it takes us today. So good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are. You have to sit back and relax and enjoy. Let's find some jobs. Freight market. Right. That's the only problem with having my screen here with the chat is I cannot really see what I'm doing in terms of. Oh no. Gotta go and select where we are. So we're right here in Houston, or near Houston, Texas. And let's try to find something here. Yeah, it's a good one. A short, well-paying job. So let's go. So the GPS is telling me where to go. Let me go back to my view. Right there. Hard to see. Daytime map isn't hard to see on the contrast, but if you're watching on YouTube, you can see here on my navigation screen, especially if you're watching on the horizontal live stream. So let's get going. So you'll see me looking around left and right. It's because I have 3 TVs here, and I can see what's going on the sides. That is, however, on my left side, because I have my OBS screen right here on the left, and that impedes my vision. However, I just had an idea. Maybe for the next stream, I'll make it easier for me and just have my feedback window somewhere else. I think that's what I'll do. And I don't know if you know American Truck Simulator that well, but if you drive above the speed limit, police will catch you. And so I gotta be careful so I don't get violations. And also here on my gauges, I can select and see, for instance, the instant consumption of fuel. This is game data, so it's coming directly from the game. There's nothing to do with my gauge. And I can also see how many miles I have filled my fuel tank empty. Now we're merging into the highway. Welcome to the live stream if you're just joining right now. Today I decided not to stream on Instagram. The window is just a little bit too hard for me to read the chat, and it becomes complicated, so I lose my attention. So we are going to east. So we'll stay on this lane. Hey Brian Gorski, what's up, man? Any reason why I'm on the older 1.53 version of the game? That's a good question. No, I think the only reason is because I did not update. But I'll look into it. I saw there was an update, but I thought it was going to be automatic. And as you know, American Truck Simulator, not always they change like something visually striking. But I'll check it out as soon as the live stream is over. Right now, I just sat and started playing. What's different in the new version? Hey, Stinger. Oh, there is traffic. It's just because I don't have any mods that have a lot of traffic here. There's mods that will increase traffic in American Truck Simulator and make it more realistic. Like it's right now 7 p.m. in game time, so there should be more cars. The roads are empty here in Houston, Texas, like the zombie apocalypse happened. Hello, Kian. Good morning. Welcome back to the live stream. Today I am testing something different. I do have my camera with a little bit of a different look, my text, all the chat on a different screen, and I can see that it's bleeding a little bit. So that's weird because I fixed it. But I'll fix it again when we stop at a red light. I am playing American Truck Simulator, Dylan. This is American Truck Simulator today. I think it's on the title of my live stream. I don't know. I just go with random things. I don't give much thought to the titles. And I'll have to stop for rest, so I think I'll just stop now. I might lose my cargo. Is the lights on? Yeah, it is on. Wow. My headlights are not very bright when the sun is setting. Let's get some fuel since we're here. Parking brake, engine off, fueling up. So I have a button here behind my steering wheel. This button here has a enter and escape and a D-pad. And it's original from Volvo. It was used to control the navigation system. And I repurposed it so I can use as a selection and refueling the truck. All right, so we're gonna stop here for a little bit of a rest. So let's back in here. Right on cue. My driver's getting tired. All right, we're backing in. We don't have any trailer right now. It's all hooked up to USB controllers. Kind of, Tom. So let me just start my rest here and I'll explain to you in a second. So these are all Arduinos inside all the original Volvo stuff. So if I press buttons here, they do button things because there's Arduinos connected everywhere here. And the Arduinos, obviously, I am using the Arduino Micro Pro. So those are connected to the computer through USB. However, the only one that's not is in here. I don't know, you'll be able to see it, but right here next to this lighter bolt here, there is an ESP32. This one is connected wirelessly, so it can send the buttons when I press them to the computer without having to put a USB like connected and dangling around here. So I decided to go with a ESP32 there. And while I am stopped, I will just fix one thing here for me, which was, and I forgot now what I was gonna do. I was gonna do something. Oh yeah, right. I was gonna fix my camera. Because right now you guys can see the chat, and I think it doesn't look that cool if you guys can see the chat. There we go. Ever so slightly down. And we can also I can't change this window. Okay. That's fine. Let's just go. All right, so in order to get the truck started, pretty simple. I remapped my on and off air conditioning control to start the engine. So I just click here. You see the light turn green. I hope you can see that. Then the air directed to my feet in the climate control, let me put this to the side, will change, will turn off the parking brake. So parking brake is off now. Then I can change the dial here. You can't see the dial, or now you can. I found a new way of like changing view. There we go. Can't really see, but there's a dial here on my stock. The dial allows me to change the information that displays right here on my display in the gauge. So I can turn and see the music that's playing. I can see the miles per gallon. And I can see the miles still empty of the truck. So there's that. And I do have triple TVs here. So as you can see on my right side, I have a view of my rear view mirror, which since we're stopped here, I'll just do this now because I'll forget to do this later. Let me move my camera a little bit more to the side. Right about there. And I'm gonna re-update this PTZ. I'm using a camera called OBSBOT Tail Air 2, and it allows me to quickly change the camera view. Let me put back here. So I can go to my view, to the left and to the right, so you can see my rear view mirror. Awesome. Now I got a pre-update because I fixed my camera here, but I just forgot to update the, I got it lower a little bit. There we go. Ever so slightly less. And we'll re-update this as my initial PTZ. And there we go. Is the iDrive working, Nicholas, on the BMW interiors you saw on my TikTok? No, I am not using any original systems, and there's a very simple reason why I don't use original, is because it's harder to set up, and when you do set up, it's usually hard to connect to the computer and do what I'm doing here. So I can use the buttons here to do the things that I need in-game, and I think that's more useful than just having an iDrive. And I respect all my friends that have an iDrive working on their sim rigs, but they do not interact with the game. Oh, let me just make sure I'm going the right way here. Sometimes when you are leaving like a rest stop like this, yeah, it's to the left. And so I figured this is a one-way. Wait, how? Navigation. That's short. Strange. A one-way road. Oh, I think I'm going this way, so I'm on the wrong way. Not showing the little finish line flag. Let's go. Missouri. I do have Missouri. Brian, I have Missouri on my American Truck Simulator, the DLC. Hey, Massima. Yo. I think the reason why it's not showing the finish flag is because I think I missed my window. I went to rest. But we'll get another cargo that goes somewhere. Alright, so we gotta take this exit here. And I think I'm going... No, I'm going the right way. The distance to the destination is reducing, because I've done that a few times. When I stop for a rest, I forget which way I'm going. I wish the GPS would just erase the path you already went through. Going a little bit too fast here. And I'm gonna turn. Thank you, Nicholas. Thank you. Yeah, but a lot of people ask me if I want to make the iDrive and all the systems work. And I know it looks cool and all when you know, hit the key and you see all those like original car things. But I believe, you know, it has to be functional. I don't think it's just there to look nice. So if you can have everything working, why not? Where? I didn't hit anybody. Heard a horn. All right, here it is. So let's see, what do we have here? All right, so this is the job. We'll take it. There it is. Looks like it's facing that way, so I need to go around and reverse. Here it is. And here you can see what I look in my rear view camera. So, backing up. And aligning. Once aligned, let me just show you guys the outside. So this is what I see, and then if I press comfort, it will attach the trailer. So now we are hooked to the trailer. And I can still see a wide screen view of the surroundings. Let's go back inside the truck and let's get going. It's a short-ish trip, and it's a heavy cargo. You can kind of feel when you're starting. This is the exit. At least that's what the GPS is telling me. Yes. All right. Nobody on my left. The dead end. Yeah. So now we're going to take this cargo to the city of Dallas. We're staying here in Texas. Do I have to go up? I think so. Yeah. Sometimes the lines there on the GPS are pretty confusing. But don't be surprised if you see me going the wrong way. I did that a few times. Yesterday I actually had to go on the grass to kind of fix. Didn't want to go around the long route. I got places to be. You're slow, dude. You're merging too slow, man. Exit. No, the highway ends. The plot thickens. Right. press here the wiper and pull it, just like if you would use the washer in your car. I have my engine brake, and you can hear the sound of the engine braking. I've seen that in a few trucks. It is by the stock here, so I thought it would be suitable. Alright, let's go outside to show you guys around. So I can use my temperature knob here to change the camera as well. And obviously I'm driving a Volvo. Alright, green light. We're going to turn left here, and I don't know if we're going to merge into the highway, but we'll follow the GPS. It should know where we're going. Yes. Going back to the highway. Colin for following. I appreciate it. And I do hope that this lonely person that's watching on Twitch right now, I hope you're following. I'm super close to my 50 followers goal. So, thank you. Thank you either way if you're not following. That's alright. Going towards Dallas, but I don't think this is Dallas. I have to exit, so come on, dude, faster. Thank you, Colin. So it came from a Volvo S60R, the 2005 Volvo S60R. We're taking that. Yeah, it's this. I have the same car in my garage, and I'm a big fan of Volvos, as one might be able to tell. So one day, actually, I went to the junkyard to find parts, build a Volvo 850. Was the original goal. But it was super hard to find a Volvo 850 in good condition, especially because they're cars from the 90s. And so I saw this beautiful Volvo S60 there, and I decided to take the interior from it. Fast forward to today, I do have the same car in my garage, exactly in the same configuration. I have the GPS also hooked up. I think we're taking this. I hope so. We're not. Ah, yes, it was. Oh man, that increased my time quite a lot. Yeah, so it's a Volvo S60. If I could, I would just go through, because I need to go on the other side. On the other side of the road. I need to go through an exit. Darn it. That's awesome, man. Listen, any wheel is better than just a keyboard, right? So I started with a Logitech, not a Logitech, sorry, a Trustmaster T300, and it served me super well. Pretty good for a good amount of time. Until I had more time and money to update it and improve it. Ooh, I might do something kind of not right. Don't tell the officers. Nobody saw that. Don't report me. There we go. We cut down an in-game hour just by doing that. Because I took the wrong turn. It was my bad. Setting up was a pain. It's a lot of work. Yes, it wasn't hard. It was just a lot of work. Like, you get one thing to work and then another one stops. Every now and then I still have like glitches and things that happen because there's too many like moving parts here. I have over 30 USB stuff connected to my computer, and as one might tell, the computer kind of goes like, what the hell are you trying to do here? But yeah, it wasn't easy, but it wasn't necessarily hard. Hey Brian Sherman, how are you doing today? So take a left now. 'Cause I took the wrong turn back there. I don't want to do that again. So we're going to Dallas, so you will give way to me, dude. There's a guy here. I'm pretty good, man. I'm always amazed how time flies in the morning when I'm having fun. Like, it's 8:44 already. I always like to live stream from like 8-ish till 9-ish. But I'm always surprised how that hour just poof, flies. Dude, yeah, no, today I usually drive super, like, but now I'm like merging into the last minute and, just kind of cutting off people. I did that illegal U-turn back there. You guys all saw it. You actually didn't. Nobody saw a thing. And yeah. I'm going to Dallas. I should just be following the signs, but the GPS here is tricky sometimes, especially when there's like merge, they're close by. Do I play BeamNG on the rig? Yes, I do, and I play quite a lot actually. I'm planning to live stream BeamNG one of these weekdays. The only problem with BeamNG, and I think I gotta stay here on the center lane. The only problem with BeamNG is sometimes, I don't know why, maybe it's my audience, nobody watches it. But I will do it because I like playing it. I don't care what people, watch. If they like watching, they will watch. This way. How did I get the gauge working? Ahmed plays games. So basically you need two things, hardware things. One is an Arduino Uno, or you could use an ESP32 and a CAN bus shield. So the CAN bus will talk card language, and then you need to connect those to the computer, and the computer will need to have a software called SimHub. SimHub talks game language, and then you got to put a code in your Arduino that will be the translator from the game language to the card language and translate it into CAN bus. Essentially, that's how it works. And then once you have those two talking, you're able to send any type of information to the gauge cluster that the gauge thinks that the car is still attached to the gauge, you know what I mean? Yeah, so that's why I have like the RPMs working, the speeds working, the odometer is working, even the miles to empty here is showing the correct from the game. Temperature is showing my GPU temperature. Fuel is showing correctly. There's this orange light is because I have the headlights on, so if I turn it off, turn off. Yeah, turn signal, everything. Why are there tow mirrors? Because I'm in a truck. I can bypass the weight. All right, so I can bypass it. Yeah, man, I will. Make sure if you're not following, just hit the follow button there for me on Twitch, and I'll make sure I do a live stream playing BeamNG, maybe even tomorrow. I don't know if you're available in the mornings, but yeah, I've been meaning to do BeamNG for a while now. I like BeamNG. I love crashing and playing. My daughter also loves watching me play, and plays as well. You have a 2004 Volvo S60 2.5 turbo. Rear wheel drive? I did not know they came in rear wheel drive. I know all wheel drive. My Volvo S60R in the garage is all wheel drive. 50,000 miles, dude. Hats off to you, man. I thought my S60R was low mileage. Oh, right hand drive. I read it wrong, sorry. You got a Japan import or is a UK import? Where's the interior from, Jake? This is from a Volvo S60R 2005. My Volvo S60R in the garage, the real one, has 108,000 miles, and I thought it was a low mileage, but 50,000, dude. Hats off to you, man. From the UK? Cool. There was a guy here in Florida selling a right-hand drive Volvo 850 station wagon. Ooh. I was so tempted, but my wife would make me sleep in the garage for a few months. The game is called American Truck Simulator. Natarata Ta Pata 0123. The game is called American Truck Simulator, man. And we can drive a little faster here. Here talking to you guys, and I totally didn't see the speed limit is like 75 and I'm doing 60 some miles an hour. Hey Money, thank you for the follow. So yeah, I have a bunch of information here on my Apple CarPlay, so if you're interested, you can actually add to your own simulator. This works on any tablet, any phone, and there's a tutorial on my YouTube channel that will give you step by step what you need to do to get an Apple CarPlay working on your system. Thanks, man. Yeah, there's a lot of commitment here, man. Some people would call me crazy. I call myself, I don't know, stubborn. Because everything works, like all the buttons. And dude, you have no idea how much time it took me just to get the blinking right here in the gauge. Because I don't know why Volvo did it, but when you send the command for the turn signal, like, you know, the little arrow to light up, it needs to be sent in exactly 340 milliseconds. And it took me hours of trial and error just to get to that 340 milliseconds. Otherwise, when the game is sending like turn signal to the gauge, it goes like, nope, this is the wrong time, so it would just light up, stay on, or stay off and skip beat. And my OCD was killing me. Like every time I used the turn signal, you would hear like click, 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 click. That was really annoying. And I think I can kind of thank my OCD for most of the stuff here, because I spend way more time than I should trying to make things work. Oh, dude. Yeah, they did 340 milliseconds. I think so. I think they probably have a logic for that. But I wish I knew the logic, right? I had to go trial and error to find it. So I went one by one. The same thing with the odometer. So the odometer, I had to manually calibrate to get it working. And my OCD kind of gave up when I was achieving just about the 0.1 error in 100 miles. So every 100 miles I have here on the odometer, there will be a 0.1 miles error in it. But I kind of just gave up. After a while, I was just like, I was just spending too much time trying to get that to work. And I think I spent like 3 or 4 days tweaking and trying. And all of a sudden, I got 0.1 miles. I was like, yeah, I'll take it. Yeah, I mean, everything. Like, to get the windshield aligned here in the game, that took forever, and that was super annoying. And it's still like 99.5%. But like, sometimes you have to, you have to take it. Otherwise, you just go bananas. Hey, the Green Hornet. So the game is called American Truck Simulator, or ATS for short. So I'm driving in Texas right now, and I'm going to deliver some cargo. I think I got a tanker in the back. I don't even remember. But we're almost there. If you stick around, you'll be able to enjoy me trying to park, which is always always fun. Embarrassing myself. How are all the dash lights powered? So everything here, there's 2 types of power that I need. One is coming from USB, 5 volts for all the buttons to work. Then the second thing is all the power bricks that make the lights work, and like the gauge, the lights, everything else is 12 volts. So I have like 5 power bricks down here, 4 or 5, I don't remember now. And each will power something different. And those power bricks have, like for instance, the power brick to get the seat power adjustment needs to be 10 amps at least. And then I have another power amp for the radio to work. And then I have like, it just goes on. There's a lot of power bricks here. Yeah, sometimes it's hard, especially if I have to work, which will have to work in a few minutes. I usually stay in the morning when I go on my live stream. I'm commuting to my home office because I work from home. And my seat, my desk is right behind me. I gotta keep this exit. Alright, nobody on that side. Thank you. Thank you, CT. We're gonna turn right here. Yes, I have all the cost breakdown on my YouTube channel. So if you watch my tutorial on YouTube, you will see how much everything costs. But to give you like a super quick rundown, in car parts I spent just about $300, and then I spent another $400 to get it properly set up. So wood, carpet, Arduinos, the LCD screen. Most of the stuff is pretty cheap. Like Arduinos, you can buy like a pack of 3 Arduinos for like $20 on Amazon. The LCD screen you buy from AliExpress for like, I think $30 with the controller. That's HDMI controller. So those things are pretty cheap. Big Daddy, so my YouTube is Flybrick S60R, and there's a link in my bio if you're interested. And also on YouTube, you'll be able to watch the live stream in horizontal. All right, so we're here for that delivery. Oh, you're welcome, man. The total that I spent on the rig, like I said, $400, and what makes this... Oh, I'm on the wrong way. Oh, it's right there. So the total was more than 700, but because I went kind of all in, I do have a Fanatec here. I have triple TVs with 4K, 120 hertz. Let me see what else. I have the, you know, everything. The computer was pretty expensive. So I spent just about, I think, about $8,000, near 10,000. To Jeffrey. That's just about how much I spent. I have Philips Hue on my overhead here, so it goes, the lights goes as the game. Although when I'm playing in live streaming, I turn the lights into just big bright whites, so you guys can see the dashboard. Otherwise, it will be dark. So this is kind of how it looks like if, you know, it gets really dark. So if you're watching, just consider following and hitting the like button. I really appreciate all the support. So if you guys are wondering why I'm looking left and right, it's because I do have 3 TVs here, and I can see off to my right, as you can see right now. I can pretty much look at my rear view mirror and my side window and see what's going on. And if you're watching on Twitch right now, how about a streamer? I'm trying to get to 50 followers. I have 48 right now, so close. So let's check in for the delivery. So I hit my enter here in the back of my steering wheel. There's a button here, and now I can select. I hope I'm selecting the right thing, because on top of my TV here, I have the chat window right here, so it's kind of covering. I see only what you guys are seeing. I don't know if you can kind of notice there's the chat windows right here. Where is the delivery? I don't know. There. I think I should have gone the other way. Let me take a look outside. Yeah, it's on the other side, I think. I can't really see, but I think it's on the other side, so I might have to back up. Go to the embarrassing part. I try my best, but I'm not the best with the trailer. And I always choose the hard. There it is. There's this parking spot right there. See the white line? Yeah, I'm gonna have to go turn around and back up, because otherwise I won't be able to park there. Let's hope I have enough space here for this. No, I don't. So. Go around and not crash like I just did. It'll buff off. It'll buff right out. Hope you guys won't tell. There we go. Now we turned around. 0 is done. Now we can back it up the parking spot. Start turning. Yeah, it's looking good. Not perfect though. Let me check. So this is what's happening right now, and I need to back up right in the middle of that. You see the blue trailer and the gray trailer. My trailer needs to go right in there. So we'll have to figure out a way, which I am. I just need to go back and forth a couple more times, and I think it would be it. I hope so. But let's see. Parking is always hard. I really take my hats off to all truckers out there. And people that have boats. All right, almost. I think I'll be able to start turning. There. Hard over. And I'll have to maneuver. Yeah, no. Maneuver here. There we go. It's looking good. All right. I think we're getting closer. But we'll have to go back again. Let me show you guys what I'm doing. Yeah, it's a little crooked, but it's a lot closer. If I just kept going for another foot, I'd hit that trailer. But I can go forward. There we go. And now it's pretty much a straight in. There we go. Straight in now. A little bit to the right here wouldn't hurt. So yeah, it's green. I could deliver, but I want to have it straight in and perfect. I don't know if it's perfect, but let me see. It's a little too close to the trailer on the right here. But that's okay. I mean, it's green, right? Right there, you can see the light is green. And now, in order to let the trailer go, all I have to do is I have to use the comfort button. And the trailer is detached. Here is our points. Pretty good. Oh, perfect. Let's see if this company has any jobs that are worth taking. A little too far. That's far. A little too far. That's good. Not too far. And the offer expires in 2 hours, so there's plenty of time. Yeah, we'll take this one. And it pays $91 per mile. Which is totally unrealistic, I think. But I'll take it. So where's my trailer? Do I have to check in? I think I do. Oh, parking brake engaged. Or the trailer is already showing to me. I think it's on the other side. Yeah, I see the arrow. There it is. Let me put the camera so you guys can see me backing up. And pretty close. Now we can attach the trailer. So we can, let me show you guys the trailer being attached. Right there we have a car load. I hit comfort and it attaches. All right, we got the trailer. Got the GPS programmed. Let's get going. Funny, when I'm parking, everybody gets quiet. Everybody who's watching the live stream just go kind of quiet for a moment. Thank you, Jacko. Thank you, man. And now we follow the arrows to exit. How much for the PC? I bought it in parts, so I don't know exactly how much I spent, but the PC specs are, I have a 9950X 3D AMD processor. I have a 4090 GPU. I have 64 gigs of memory RAM and DDR5, and I forgot the brand. It's a tough motherboard, tough 850 plus gaming or something like that. I don't remember. I don't really. Oops! I just blew that stop sign. What car? I don't pay attention too much to the motherboard. If it's, you know, brand name, and it's, I usually buy mid-tier motherboards. I think they charge too much for like top specs. And the mid-tier that I bought had a bunch of USB ports. That's what I really need. I have over 30 USB stuff in my computer here. And so that's why I kind of selected that one. If you're watching on YouTube or Twitch, make sure you hit that follow button. And also if you're watching on TikTok. Turn, not here on the next one. I got plenty of fuel. 3/4 of a tank, 2/4. 2/3. Do I know people who can set up interiors and everything? I know a few people that did, like I did. But you can follow my tutorial on YouTube if you want to learn yourself. I don't withhold information. I'm sharing with everyone. Whoever wants to learn how to build one of these can just hop on my YouTube channel and follow my tutorial. And I am making the electronics tutorial. So everything that I know will be there. It's already shared my Apple CarPlay, how to get the steering wheel working, how to build physically this type of simulator, and so on. If you are interested, just check out the YouTube channel. There's a bunch of good information there. There's also the fact that on Twitch and on YouTube, you can see the horizontal stream. So you can see that, which is my other TV, and you can see my other TV here on my left. I do have a triple screen setup here. Put the cruise control here for us. Let's get the truck to work for us, right? You could have adaptive cruise control. so I wouldn't have to turn. Can you imagine? Just kind of chill here. But then what would be the point of it? But I wonder, in like maybe 10 years, 15 years, will all trucks have like adaptive cruise control and drive on their own? Will games also follow? So we'll be playing games trying to be realistic with just, I don't know, like flying a plane and pressing buttons on a navigation and just kind of setting up the computer to take you wherever you want to go? I wonder. I hope not. And I like driving, otherwise I wouldn't be here. Hello everyone on Twitch. I see there's five of you there. It's flattering to me. So if you wouldn't mind just following, I'm almost at my 50 mark. And I'm trying to grow. It's super slow to grow here on Twitch. Same goes to you guys on YouTube. Wouldn't mind helping out. Please hit the like button on the live stream. That helps a lot already. And if you're on TikTok, love you guys. Just keep sending the love. IA? What do you mean, Dan? Thank you for the follow, Jacko. Let's change. Now there's a car here. I can't change lanes. I don't know if you guys will be able to see it, but there's a car there right now on my blind spot. Right there. Here, LAX. No, I'm in Texas. Going to Dallas right now. It's going to be a short trip here in American Truck Simulator. Go outside for a second. This is what I'm hauling right now. Trying to stay in lane on third person. Intrigued how you got the dials in sync. We'll check out the YouTube videos. Yes, man. So essentially there's two key components. So you have to have an Arduino with a CAN bus shield that does the car talking part and the translation, and you got to have SimHub connected to that Arduino. So SimHub is a software that allows you to do so many things in sim racing. Like you can have the dashboards, which is this Apple CarPlay. You can get data from any game, and the Arduino will have the coding part that will do the translation between what's in game. Like the game is saying I'm driving at 69 miles an hour right now, so it's nearly 70 here on the gauge cluster, and it will send a bunch of numbers, CAN ID and CAN codes to the gauge cluster that will know and think the ECU is still attached to the gauge. So essentially my gauge is tricked into thinking there is a car still connected, and erasing all the errors. Otherwise I'll be seeing errors here. There will be the red lights here, engine lights, all kind of havocs. So I have to simulate that the ECU is telling, look, it's all right, it's okay. And in order to do that, essentially what you have to do is you have to take a Raspberry Pi, a PC, a notebook, or whatever you can connect with the ODB port on your computer and sniff the CAN bus. Essentially you're listening to the traffic that's going on in the car, and then you have to sort it out, because the car will be talking all kinds of crazy stuff, right? There's the MAF will be sending information, temperature, ABS, airbag, and all kinds of information will be going through the lines like crazy. And then you have to start clicking buttons. So you go, like, you turn the wiper and you turn the headlights on, and then you go for a drive and see what changes. And then once you find it all out, you can code and tell, okay, if I get this code, this number means 70 miles an hour. So the dial will hit 70 miles whenever it sees that information coming to it. I know I'm simplifying a lot here, but that's essentially how it works. And there's a tutorial on YouTube, not my tutorial on the gauge cluster itself, but there's a very cool tutorial by a guy named Andy. And if you search like Volvo P2 Sim Hub, it'll go step by step on how to do this. And unfortunately, every car is different. So a lot of people ask me, can I do this with a, I don't know, Audi, Mercedes? Yes, you can. However, not with the same code, because every car manufacturer will have different CAN codes, CAN IDs, and even sometimes the CAN speed, the CAN bus speed is different. So it gets a little complicated when you're trying to do a different car. So I would highly recommend, if you want to build one of these, first check out my tutorial on YouTube. I go step by step on how to build one of these. I show every single, woodcut, like get the carpet going on, and I'm starting to record the electronics, everything. But for the gauges, try to choose a car that is, one, easily available. Like if you go to a junkyard, you'll find parts for it. Because nobody wants to build a car and then just to find themselves short of, I don't know, a trim that they don't have. The second thing is try to find on Google if somebody already coded the gauge cluster for that car. That is a very important step if you really want the gauge cluster to work. Like for instance, a BMW E60, there's a code available. For BMWs, there's a lot of codes available on the internet. I know there's for some Audis. You can find Mercedes. Hey, stay right there. You can find all kinds of brands, but make sure you find your brand, the one you're looking for. And use ChatGPT. ChatGPT is your friend. Yeah, I mean, there's all sorts of ways, Jacko. You can just rip the gauge out and put a screen. Actually, I do have a screen here, a 4K screen that I can put here. I made a trim for it, and then it can emulate any dashboard. I made one that looks like my Volvo, my brand new Volvo, the SPAs. You can, absolutely. Or you cannot even have one. Like it can be just off. I have a friend that has a Ford Focus, and he's happy. His gauges don't work, but the ergonomics, just the sitting position made him happy. So I'm all for it. We're almost here to the delivery. We're delivering at Alamo Rent-A-Car. Right here to our right. So you guys are going to be able to see me embarrass myself parking an 18-wheeler. All right, so let's check in. And let's hope I'm choosing the right one. Confirm. And there it is. There's my parking spot right in front of me, right there. The white line. Let's see here. I think if I open up real well here, I can back up. Yeah, that's not going to be a hard parking. So I think I'm not going to be too embarrassed. And let me show you guys my rear view mirror so you can see what I'm seeing. So I'm trying to go in the white line right there. Centering out. And a little more. Not center enough. There's a column right here. I gotta be careful. slowly but surely. And it's green. All right, so now it's green. This is what it looks like. And now in order to finish this delivery, all I have to do is I have to press comfort, and that will detach the trailer. We got a successful delivery. See any current good offers here? Pretty far. Ooh, that's very far. So here's what we'll do. I'll take this delivery, but I won't finish it today because I just have a few more minutes that I can commute to my home office. All right, so let's get the new cargo. Where is it? I think it's that one, probably. I don't know if you can see it. There's a trailer right here. We'll see. I probably got to go on the other way. I've got a parking brake. Go around the building. Over there. Oh, really? It was on the other side. So it is that, but it's on the other side. So I have to go around again. Let's see if I can go this way. At least I don't have a trailer attached. So it's easier to maneuver. Yep, I can. So there it is, the white arrow. Ooh, nope, there's some fencing here. Almost caught me. I don't know if you guys can see it. There's a fence right here. I'll have to go around here. Back to our starting point. All right. So there you can see the rear view mirror, and we're gonna line up. Lining up. Thank you, JJ. All right, we're here. Show you guys the outside. And now let's attach the trailer. So all I have to do is press again. And we're attached. Okay, go back inside the truck. And let's get going. Deliver this cargo. So we're at Alamo, rent a car. I have the mod that adds the real world brands. Hey Flim. Trucking in an S60. Yes sir. At least I'm driving a Volvo. Not just a truck, it's a Volvo truck. Alright. Open up here so we don't go too much over. Across the medium. Thank you, man. Where I'm headed? Good question. I'm headed to Artesia. I think that's in New Mexico. I don't remember. I just kind of selected. The problem is I have the chat window on top of me here, right here, where you guys can't see. That's where the chat is. And so when I selected, I just kind of went with the flow. I just selected anything. I'll need to stop for rest. shows me here that I have 2 hours and 40 minutes before I get a ticket for not resting. So let's find a rest area. We'll find one. There's still plenty of time. I got half a tank of fuel. I have 1,619 miles still empty, and the destination is 600 miles from here, so I can get there. Ah, come on, dude. Don't do that. And now the truck won't go because it's too heavy. Come on, go, go, go. Let's close the door for him. Got to do 70 here. We'll try to just a little over 70. Let's put the cruise control on. 72. Car here on my left. You guys can see it? No, you can't. The headrest is in front of the mirror for you guys. Still gotta stop for rest. The guy will start yawning in a second, and that's pretty annoying. We'll find a rest stop. I don't want to get out of the highway for too far. It's a beautiful sunset here in Texas, in-game Texas. I don't know if anybody's watching from Texas. It's pretty early out there. Not that early, actually. It's 8:30 a.m. Oh, there's a rest stop right ahead of us. We'll stop there. Maybe get some fuel. Nah, don't need fuel. So if I pull my wiper lever here, it does the engine brake. Alright, so right ahead of us, we have a rest area. Let's find a parking spot. Should be easy. Like a big parking lot here. And I think I can even go around and kind of park facing the right way without having to maneuver. Let's just do that. I love the sound that the sand makes. You're driving over like off-road. Alright, so we'll stop the truck right here. Pull the handbrake. Turn the engine off. Go outside for that. And let go for a nap. Enter. You're getting some rest. So I'm rested. It's 5 a.m. and it's starting to rain here in Texas. So let's get the engine started. Let's get the parking brake off. inside the truck. We need the wipers. And let's get going. It's not raining too hard. Thank you everybody that's following on TikTok. Appreciate you guys, and thank you for the follow on Twitch also. All right. Now we're moving towards the highway again, and the rain is pretty hard. Can't see much. Right. Red light violation? Oh, I can't turn right on red, and I'm using my turn signal. Maybe I did a rolling stop. Wow, it is pretty dark outside. My headlights aren't doing anything. And I gotta stop for the wait station. The exit for the wait station. Right. Thank you, Warp Star Kirby 36. I hope you follow, man, because I'm trying to get to 50 followers. Just one more follower on Twitch. And if you turn your phone, I don't know if you're on your phone or computer, you can see the horizontal stream. Stop at the scale. Yeah, American Truck Simulator, Tristan. Awesome. Thanks, Spice. How did I make this? So I pretty much just pulled parts from a junkyard, Volvo S60R, and I built a 2x4 rig underneath with the carpet, and just completed the liquid Arduino, so every button works. You know, you get everything working, and then I just play. So if you go to my YouTube channel, you'll find a tutorial, a detailed tutorial on how to build one of these, because I share everything I know with everybody, because I think it's just fair. I learned from the internet. I give it back to the internet. Sorry, Randy, I don't speak Russian. I think it's Russian. You use a G29. Nice. Yeah, G29s are, you know, fair play. I like them. I had a T300 Thrustmaster when I started, and if it wasn't for this, I wouldn't be able to, you know, be here today. Yes, I do have this car in my garage. I don't know if that's the question, but I do have the same S60R in my garage. And this is based out of the same Volvo. The Volvo S60R. Thank you, Tristan. Raining pretty hard here. Do I need an Arduino for the cluster? I'm just curious to hook up the cluster to my PC. Right. So if you're curious, you can check out, there's a YouTube channel that teaches you exactly, oh, I'm going too fast here, I'm sliding. There's, on my channel, you'll find how to build the sim rig. I did not do the cluster yet, but I followed a tutorial on YouTube. So if you type in Volvo P2 Sim Hub, you'll find a detailed tutorial step by step on how to do this. How long have I been playing ATS? Man, just about a couple of years now. Is there real AC coming out of those? So Grayson, no. The buttons do work. but I don't have AC air blowing coming out of the vents because I'm in my home office. Here in my home office, I have the AC vent right on my head here. It's blowing air on me. If it was in my garage, I definitely needed something because I'm in Florida. I think we're taking this exit here. Oh, thank you guys on Twitch. Finally reached my goal. Yes, it does get really hot, man. And humid. That's the worst part. Yes, I did say Florida. Central Florida. Alright, so we're going down here. I'm taking the right. How much did I pay for the setup? So, what makes this setup special is the car part, right? So the car part was about $700, $300 in car parts, and another $400 in like wood, carpet, electronics, everything that makes this sim rig special. Then obviously you have to buy a wheelbase, you have to buy pedals, you have to buy TV, and I have triple screen here, so you can see here that I have the side. Also, I have the other side here with the rear view mirror, but you know, you can be also on the budget side if you want, so you can spend a little less. See you later, Grayson. Oh man, humidity is the worst. Like, I can handle dry hot, but humid hot is oof. It feels like somebody put a wet hot towel on your face. You use the automatic function? Man, I don't blame you. I also like driving here on American Truck Simulator just to chill. So, dude, you do what you want to do, man. I think it's so awkward, people who complain, oh, the point of view is wrong. You shouldn't be driving on third person. You shouldn't be driving automatic cars. Like, dude, everybody needs to do whatever they want to do. Did AC for your cockpit. Nice. Yeah, I don't really need AC here, but eventually I'll just do it for, you know, giggles, because everybody asks me if the AC is working. Thank you, man. Thank you, Tristan. I really appreciate that, dude. The S80. Oh, yeah, the S80s are nice. I like them. If I would build a new one now, I think I would build with the SPA platform. I have the SPA Volvos. I have two Volvos, S60 2020 and a 2022, and I like them. You drive in a VR with a controller, can't complain. Dude, if you can handle VR, that's pretty amazing. I can't. What's up with that CarPlay display? Thank you, man. If you want to download it, it's available on my YouTube channel. I have a tutorial. This is available for download. It's actually just a SimHub dashboard with PC information. I have a navigation screen here, the home screen, and all kinds of stuff. The music that's playing right now. Did I use an Xbox power supply to turn that double din? No, it's just a bunch of power bricks here. Just regular power bricks bought from the internet. You know the clutch, and if you don't do it correctly, it would cost top those real ones. Sorry, I did not get the question. But if I don't use the clutch here, it won't shift gears. It won't scratch it. It will just not change. You use a Stream Deck. Stream Decks are pretty powerful. I'm using a Stream Deck, so for instance, when I click here, it changes the camera. I can change. Focus on the drive here. I can change the color of the light here. I can use the lights also for the game, but since I'm live streaming, it's more important that I have lights on the dashboard than it just, you know, shows the light in game. What do I do for a living? I work with market research. I work for a large company that does market research. And it's, wow, it's raining quite a lot here. Yeah, but we'll find a rest stop because although I'm amazed, it's the first time I'm streaming to 5 people on Twitch. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. I hope to see you guys again. I'm also seeing here that I have quite a lot of people on YouTube and on TikTok. That's a first. So this week. But I have to stop because I'm running short on my commute time to work today. I work from home, so I'm commuting to my home office. That would be awesome. Warp. I think this game is one of the best games to chill. This and BeamNG. BeamNG is another cool game to chill. Like, chill in a different way, like crashing cars. But that's, you know, I like that. You came from TikTok. Thank you, man. BeamNG. Yes, I love BeamNG. How long did it take to build S4? So it took about 3 weeks, 3 weekends working on and off. And then I made a tutorial on YouTube that I took a lot longer, but it's just because I wasn't working like, you know, all the time on it. And I was recording and I was trying to be as descriptive as possible with my tutorial on YouTube. So you guys can follow along and build one of these. Man, I love BeamNG. I think it's... now they're getting even better with the other, like, rally, you know, driving on tracks and that kind of stuff. People love to drift in BeamNG. I don't know how to drift. I'd love to learn. But I think BeamNG is pretty amazing. We're going to pull over here to this rest stop because I'll end up the live stream. I can give you guys a few more minutes here, tour around my simulator. How long have I been driving today? For just about an hour and a half. Yes. I never played multiplayer BeamNG. I don't know if you'll believe that, but I never did. Truck straight ahead. Texas. We're still in the state of Texas. Let's park here in one of these beautiful parking spots. And I'll give you guys a quick show around my simulator. So we'll just pull here. And I can turn off the wipers using the stock. If I go up, it'll just do a, you know, like in the car, when you go up and clean it up. I can go super fast. I can use the turn signal. Let me turn the camera here. And you'll see the stock. And now you can see that the arrow is blinking right here. To the left. I can do high beams if I pull. You'll see now the high beams indicator is on and off now. I have control over here on my steering wheel, so I can click and things will move. So if I click this one, the Apple CarPlay changes and it'll go here for TikTok. If I go here, it'll change what I see. So the music that's playing right now, I have this cool animation and Apple CarPlay, main screen, PC information, how my GPU is doing, fan speed, that kind of stuff. Then in-game information. If you're watching on YouTube or Twitch, you can zoom in and see here on the side, you can actually see a zoomed in version of the Apple CarPlay screen. And see what else. So my the climate control here works, all the buttons. So if I click air recirculation here, I change camera. And I can also change cameras by changing my temperature knob. And I can do whatever. I can set this to do whatever I want. I just did this for the camera. I think it's cool. If I click advanced, it just hops back in the truck quickly. If I click the on and off switch here for the air conditioning, it'll turn the truck off. So you'll see now the truck is off. And now the RPMs are to 0. I can click down here in the foot air direction, and this will turn on the parking brake in the truck, because the trucks have buttons for parking brake. So I can just click here and it'll turn the parking brake, which turns on the light for the parking brake in the gauge. This red light right here, this is the parking brake light. That's also shown here on my gauge in detail. Yeah, this numpad also works, so I can click here to change my camera view inside the truck. This centers it back again, so if I'm like hit the mouse and it just go bananas, I can just click this here and it goes back to center. The hazard lights work. I can just click here and it'll do hazard lights. What else? So the radio works. If I'm not using my headphones, audio would come from the computer into the input here in the radio, and the radio thinks the computer sound is coming from a CD changer. So that's why you see here CD number 5. Let me see what else. Yeah, all the other buttons here work. I can do whatever I want with them. I don't think I mapped all the buttons here in this game, but I can. I have the handbrake here. Down here, the lever for the handbrake. I can kind of see it, and it works as well. Obviously, when I'm driving a truck, you know, trucks don't have a handbrake like this, so it doesn't do anything. Let's see. Is that the XC90 interior? Nope. This is an S60R or a V70R, 2005 till 2009, because it does have the aluminum trim here around. That's how you know it's a 2005 model year. Yeah, and I have triple TV in the simulator. I also have the Philips Hue, which I can show by moving the camera up. Let me get the camera control here. So this is where you guys are. That's the chat. And here is the Philips Hue, which can be reflecting what's shown here in game. Right now I just have them white because I'm live streaming and I want to show, you know, I can change the colors to more of a yellow tone, green, whatever. And it can also be, like for instance, I can turn them off, and now if I click here a button, it will, oh sorry, this is the pause. Now it turns on the, it can turn on the, how do you call it? Light. So I don't know. If that's dark, that'll be dark, basically. Let's go back to my view. Put the lights on again. Do I play other driving games? Yes. No, I play Assetto Corsa. I play BeamNG. I like playing Assetto Corsa Competizione. I like playing a bunch of games. Even GTA 5, you'll see me playing here sometimes. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. Hey, Houdini. Didn't see you there, man. Just, you know, there's a tutorial waiting for you, Houdini. All right, folks. I really appreciate you guys staying here with me this morning here in Florida. I don't know if it's afternoon or evening where you guys are located. Make sure you hit the follow button. I'm going to finish the live stream right now, and I really appreciate you guys sticking around with me. How much does something like this cost, Colin? So if you go to my YouTube channel, I'll break down all the costs. So check it out. There's a tutorial there with all the costs. I'm turning it off right now, so if you want to know more, just hit the follow button there on TikTok, or subscribe on YouTube and on Twitch. Thank you. I have 51 followers on Twitch. Thank you. I really appreciate that. All right. So that's about it. Thank you for watching. Have an awesome Thursday. I hope to see you guys again really soon.